Hey guys, welcome to my channel Being Teachers, and I am Ruhee, and today's video is going to be very inspirational, and that's why I have put it into two parts so that I can get to you and provide you with all the essential details about this video. So you might be thinking that what is so special about this video. Guys, this video is all about Helen Keller's life. I know that you know a lot about Helen Keller with all the movies that had been made on her life, on her autobiography and all, but here I'll provide you with certain very deep details. That is why I have put it into two parts, because having all the details in one video was not possible for me, so I have put it into two parts. So guys, make sure that you watch this video, and I'll be soon I'll be uploading a part 2 also of Helen Keller. So guys, without further wasting much of your time, let us start with the video. Guys, let us start with the video. This video is not only does not only contain detailed information about Helen Keller's life, but it also contains a lot of inspiration for you guys, because she was a wonderful lady with immense talent. And guys, let us start with the video. Helen Keller was not only an author, but she was also a political activist, and she was also a lecturer. She earned the Bachelor's of Art. She was the first deaf blind person to earn a Bachelor's of Art degree. She earned the Bachelor's of Art degree from Harvard University in USA. So guys, Helen Keller was born on 27th of June 1880 in Tuscumbia in Alabama. So she used to live in her family home. The family home was actually built by her grandfather decades ago, and her father and her other siblings used to live with her. So guys, now we come to the siblings. She had in total 4 siblings, wherein 2 were her full siblings and the other 2 were her half siblings. These half siblings were from her father's earlier marriage. Her father was Arthur Henry Keller, who was an author and a Confederate. A Confederate is a person who is actively involved into political parties and all such things. And her mother was Catherine Everett Keller. Catherine Everett Keller was actually the daughter of famous person Charles W. Adams, and he was also a Confederate general. Okay guys, so they all belong to a kind of well-known family. Now we come to how Helen was really Helen Keller born deaf blind, or she contracted some disease. Guys, she was not born deaf blind. She was born normal, but later on she contracted a rare disease, an unknown disease, which led her at the month. She was only 19 months old. She was a little baby when she contracted the disease, and it started from her stomach to her brain. The disease is unknown, but it is estimated that it might be scarlet fever and meningitis, one of the disease that led her to being deaf and blind. So guys, she was a very agitated child. As we know that she was not a normal person, but she was gifted with immense talent. That is another thing. She was not a normal person, as we all are, but later she met a person who will become the soul of her life, and she is none other than her teacher, Anne Sullivan. We'll see about her, that how she helped Helen. Guys, if she was deaf and blind, that means she couldn't hear. Because she couldn't hear, she couldn't talk, and then she couldn't see. So these were certain things which are very important as a human being, but she was having certain what we say, challenges in her life, and never to forget her teacher Anne Sullivan, who graduated at the age of 20, and after graduating at the age of 20 she became a teacher to Helen Keller. So when Helen Keller was, I think, 7 or 8 years old, I don't remember, like 7 or 8, yes, and at the year 1887, Anne Sullivan arrived at Helen Keller's home after graduating in the year 1887 and started to teach her words. As we know, Helen Keller will in the further video, the part 2, I'll tell you how Helen Keller started to understand what people are saying. Because as we know, she couldn't listen, because of that she couldn't speak, and already she was blind because of these disease that she had contracted. Later on we'll see that how Anne Sullivan had played a very important role in Helen Keller's life. So whatever Helen Keller is now, or she is known now, or she was known for her talent, we should not forget that there was a huge hand of her teacher Anne Sullivan. If Anne Sullivan were not there in Helen Keller's life, she would not be living a life of such honor. Yes, she was talented, I'm not saying that she is not talented and all, but really guys, you need a helping hand and a person to guide you in your life as well. So we'll see that Anne Sullivan was a teacher to Helen Keller, and the strange thing over here is that she was a teacher to Helen Keller even though she herself was partially blind. Yes guys, Anne Sullivan was also partially blind. She had contracted the disease trachoma, which is an eye disease which left her blind. So we see over here that she had the same condition, not the same, but somewhat 40-50% same condition as Helen Keller. So she understood Helen Keller much better than any normal person would. Guys, one more thing, strange thing over here is that Helen Keller had a Swiss lineage actually. Her ancestors were from Switzerland, and it is stated that one of her very old ancestors, who was her aunt in her relation, was a first teacher for the deaf children. She was a first teacher for the deaf children in Switzerland, in Zurich. So this is something strange, because later on somebody from her family turned out to be deaf blind. So this is what Helen Keller says in her autobiography, that every, I don't know the exact, I have not memorized the exact sentence, but I'll tell you what it means. It means that every king has a beggar in his family, and every beggar has a king in his ancestry. So this is something that really makes sense, and it touches the heart. So guys, stay tuned. Do not forget to watch my second part. I'll be uploading soon. I'll not promise you when I'll upload it, but yes, in 1 or 2 days I'll be surely uploading the second part, which will contain the details of Anne Sullivan and Helen Keller, how they together learned things, how she learned to recognize things, how she learned to understand what the other people are trying to say. Guys, if you want to see her videos, there are many videos available on YouTube of Helen Keller. She's trying how she is reading the lips of the people by her hand, and how she's understanding what the person is saying. So guys, please stay tuned, watch my other videos. If you like, please like, share and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, please do not forget to press the bell icon, and do not forget to press the subscribe button right over there, that red subscribe button. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Happy teaching and happy learning.